This is The Wheel Weaves, a Wheel of Time podcast with no spoilers. Hey everyone, I'm your host Dani, and I'm the first-time reader going through this series chapter by chapter. As always, there's no spoilers past the chapter we're covering, and that means it's totally safe for first-time readers. I'm joined by my co-host Brett, who's a longtime fan, and he's guiding me on this journey. We'd like to thank and acknowledge our executive producers, Brandy and Kirkwood, Sean McGuire, Yanis, Albert Lorenzo, LightBlindedFool, Green Man, Deyvis Ferreira, Margaret, Big C, Bennett Williamson, and Dylan C. And before we get into things today, we just want to thank and welcome April Kavam, Eva, and Maddie to the Wheel Weaves Patreon team. Thank you so much for your generosity and your support. We really, truly appreciate it. In this episode, we're talking about chapters 4 and 5 of Knife of Dreams.
Yeah, chapter 4 is A Deal,
Uh-huh.
and chapter 5 is Something Strange.
Okay, well, wrong.
Okay, what do you mean wrong?
Something strange.
Oh, okay,
More
okay.
of a pause. It's not something strange. ...
There's
There's a ... in there.
There is, yeah, okay. And I have to give you points again because this is another example of a parent chapter.
Immediately followed by a failed chapter.
Exactly.
I have that note.
Yeah, you said it before and it's happening again.
Oh, as is tradition. Yeah.
So you're welcome for putting these two together.
Well, it wouldn't really matter. I would point it out no matter what.
Well, I mean, because we're moving through the story here with the parent file plotline.
Kind of, yep.
We're getting there.
Sure.
Things happen. Come on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I'm going to start us out with a fun fact. And I figured, since Perrin is trying once again to do this whole quitting Manetheren business, because he's trying to give over the flag again and saying, like, hey, I'm not going to...
I'm going to talk about that when we get
Sure.
there.
I just figured I would do a fun fact on Manetheren and where the name comes from.
Sure.
So I dug into a couple of places for some references, and we have from Robert Jordan's original notes that Manetheren was originally named Etherin, and it's presumably a play on the word ethereal. But the final name of Manetheren might come from a couple of different options here. So the first option, it can be connected to Manetho, who was an Egyptian priest and historian in the 3rd century BCE, and in Greek his name translates to Manathon. And this guy was a major source of information about the reign of kings of ancient Egypt, and his first major work was The History of Egypt, and it suggested that he was trying to put together a national history for Egypt that didn't exist before. So it's a bit of a contrast because Manetheren is all about the loss of history and knowledge, so that's where the Manetheren comes from.
Okay.
Alternatively, in RJ's notes, he talks about the story of the fall of Manetheren, and it's referred to as the Men of Etherin. So Men of Etherin becomes Manetheren.
Okay.
So there we go. We got a couple options.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, and I mean, like, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Because, I mean, is he really...
Yeah,
Is he really giving it over?
There's, like, flag passing and pass back and
it's a
pass
whole,
back.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, Perrin, what are you doing?
Can we stop doing this?
Yeah.
So.
But then I was like, oh, I see. It's a ruse.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so chapter 4 is called A Deal, and the chapter symbol is the Shanchen helmet, which makes sense because we're talking to some Shanchens in helmets.
We are. Some new Shanchen in helmets.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're new to us.
Way less important than other Shanchen we've met before.
Possibly.
It seems
just like a different division.
A different division.
Yeah.
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 They don't all have to be the same people, right? There's lots of Shanchen.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Here's some more.
Here are some more.
Okay.
So... here's our Perrin perspective. The last time we saw Perrin was... I know this. Hold on.
Okay.
He was in his camp, and he was just talking to Galena.
Yes, they got her and then they let her go.
Prologue.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of super important to these chapters.
Okay. And it seems like when we get to Fael's point of view, her situation hasn't really changed at all.
Okay, well, let's talk about Fael when we get to Fael. We're in Perrin right now.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the last time, you know?
Trying to steal Perrin's spotlight here.
It's not challenging to do.
We also had Galena walking into the conversation with Perrin when he was like, oh, how it's so hard to make a meeting with these guys.
I see.
And Galena was thinking... Who are these guys?
I hope we're not making a meeting with Savannah.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's a Shanchen.
No.
So.
Mm-hmm. And I am going to tell you, it took me several tries to start reading this chapter.
Oh, okay, because it was...
Oh, God. How many times... Okay, I get it. There's sweet gums and leather leaves trees all over the place. And
you don't like it?
No, I don't. I don't like it. But then, at that point, I switched to the audiobook and got through the first little bit.
Phew, okay.
On to the other stuff, and then I was very confused. And I didn't know what was going on. It took me so long to get through this chapter, and then again and again to actually understand what was happening.
It's not that complicated.
It really was.
Like, are you worried about, like, you can't figure out parents' plan here? Or, like, what are you confused about?
So, that's one of the pieces that took a while to put together.
Okay.
But the other stuff was who's channeling and why.
Oh, yeah, okay,
and then there's like another wind that we have to talk about, and then that was like, what's that? And then it would smell like sulfur, so then I was like, dark hounds.
Yeah.
But then it's not dark hounds.
It's kind of confusing.
It's clearly the Dragonmount wind.
Okay.
Still or again. And then
maybe.
Nobody
Allegedly.
And then nobody, I don't know. It was just...
Okay, let's start, and then we'll go through it piece by piece.
I know. I did try to write down the things that happened, and then we could talk about it. So, here we have Perrin sitting on his horse, watching a meadow, and he's surrounded by lots of different trees.
Yeah.
Now, he's been here for a long time.
Yeah.
And we get that Galen is here, and Barrelane is here, and a whole bunch of other people are also here.
Yeah, but you're missing the most critical part here.
Oh, that he has the flag with him?
No, it's not the flag. So he has a big piece of wood.
Oh.
He's got
That's
a big...
different than the wood that has the flag.
Yes.
Okay.
He doesn't have the flag. He has a big piece of wood that's going to be part of his plan.
Mm.
So he's got it like across his
saddle. Is that the
saddle.
one he hucks up into the air?
Yeah, he doesn't huck it up in the air right away, though.
No, not right away.
He holds it up first. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So he has the piece of wood. That's the first part of the plan. And he's waiting for this meeting to go down. And yeah, there are a lot of people around here, right? We get a recap on who everyone is, kind of like the Galen and Arganda.
Here.
Everybody's here, yeah.
Yeah.
Barrelane's here.
Okay, and Galen is Barrelane's guy?
Yeah.
And
he's
Arganda is...
Alejandro's guy.
Alejandro, right.
Yeah, so Galen is like, hey, I don't want Barrelane here because it's going to get dangerous, go away.
I'm going to do whatever I want to do.
Exactly, and Arganda's always on edge as usual because it's like, Alejandro's gone and I need to rescue her, so the Shanshan have to come because we have to make this happen, so... But we also get a little tidbit of information that Anora and Barrelane have fallen out a little bit. Remember, because she's her
because she's
advisor?
Been meeting with Massima.
Behind,
secretly.
Exactly. So it seems like some of that came out, at least.
Okay.
And doesn't seem like they are as tight as they used to be.
That's a way to put it, but we also get that stupid Aram has also been hanging out with Massima.
Oh, yeah.
Because Balwer told Perrin that Aram's been hanging out with him, and Perrin hasn't talked to him about it, and now we're going to stand here... And we're like, oh my gosh, are the Shanshan even going to come and meet us here? And then Aram, the only one who talks any sense right now, is like, hey, maybe they won't come because we shouldn't trust the Shanshan.
Oh, I'm surprised that you kind of took Aram's side as talking sense because he's repeating things that the prophet is saying.
I know. I actually wrote in my notes, why is Massima the only one making sense here?
Yeah, like maybe it's a trap. Like maybe it's not a trap, though.
No, but if Massima's saying maybe we shouldn't trust the Shanshan, although I do think his motives are skewed.
Well, considering that Massima is also plotting with the Shanshan, he literally had a note.
I know that. I'm saying he has different motives. He clearly doesn't want them to meet with the Shanshan, so it doesn't come out that he was meeting with the Shanshan.
Okay.
That's what I think. But at the same time, this advice is sound. Okay. Don't trust the Shanshan.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I just think we should be more worried about Aram parroting things he's heard from Massima. Like, why are we talking to him so much?
Yeah, and also, why is Aram going and telling Massima the things that Perrin is doing,
exactly,
like meeting with the Shanshan?
Any of these plans.
Yes. Yeah, no, that part's bad.
It's all bad, yeah. Get a little flash of Perrin thinking about Matt, and then he sees Matt with Tuon.
Yes.
He doesn't know who Tuon is, obviously,
but...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The... Whatever you want to call this is getting stronger.
It does seem that way.
Yeah.
More clear images.
Real clear images. Mm-hmm. Pretty soon we're just going to be FaceTiming.
Yeah, pretty soon. Just the three of them, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. On a little network of their own. Maybe at one point, here's my prediction, they're going to communicate. It'll, connect somehow. So it won't just be like Looking Glass. You know, I'm thinking like
yeah.
Wizard of Oz, Little Mermaid style,
Okay.
where we look in and see what somebody's doing at that moment.
For sure, not just spying.
Because that's kind of what it is right now, is we're just sort of getting a glimpse of what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
But maybe it'll turn into communication.
That could be effective. That could help with the communication. If
you know
like
what?
literally just like call someone up and talk
as
to
I
them.
say it, now I know for sure that's never going to come true. So, shoot.
Oh, no. Because I said it or because it's communication?
No, because it's communication.
Oh, and that never happens.
No, never.
You know what? Every once in a while, we do get some people who talk to each other.
Every once in a while.
And then things work out pretty well when they do. But, okay.
Until they stop.
And then it goes bad again.
Stops.
So, okay. All right.
So do you want to talk more about the other people who are here?
I think it's just good to know that there's a bunch of there's like 100 soldiers, plus Jer Grady, the Ashaman, is here.
Right, the Ashaman's here.
That's important to the plot too.
Yeah.
And then we've only got two Riversmen here who are carrying the banners, which is also part of this whole setup meeting.
One thing I picked up on, the little tiny tidbit, is that they are so happy and proud to be carrying the banners for Perrin.
Oh, yeah.
And Perrin's like, that's stupid. Why do they even care? And I think that's so funny because Perrin was literally the banner carrier for Rand.
Yeah, he was.
The horn sounded.
Back in like book 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He's like, it's stupid to carry a banner. Why are they so happy about that?
He wasn't happy to do it. He just needed to do it.
But it's like, that was your job.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so then we're going to hear some titties call, and that's funny. And then tells us that the Shanshin have arrived.
Yeah, it's a type of bird,
it's
right?
The blue
I assume?
tits.
Okay,
yeah, the
you'd
blue
have
tits
to assume.
called. And it just reminds me of those coasters that I still want.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
haven't bought yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Shanshin come into view, and Perrin can see Talonvor with them because he's the only one who doesn't have the stripy armor.
Yeah, and he's like the intermediary guy for these negotiations, turns out.
That's
Makes
right.
sense. He's got some sort of buddy or connection, which
Okay.
really wasn't explained how that all happened.
Not at all.
He went away.
Not even a little bit.
And then he came back and he's like, yeah, I know these guys.
Yeah, I met him.
Yeah. It's like, where? How? Why do you have this connection?
Yep.
Okay.
Drinking?
Maybe.
From drinking, maybe.
Maybe.
And sleuthing.
Drinking and sleuthing.
At the same time. Like Tom, you know?
Yes.
Like Tom. This would be like a Tom role.
A little bit. Good for Talonvor. Okay.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
It's definitely more effective than anything Perrin has been doing.
Well, I mean, doesn't Talonvor kind of work for Perrin, so...
Ooh.
Right?
But he kind of went off on his own, doing his own thing, trying to get more gays back. Yeah.
That was just a long play by Perrin, though. He actually had a big plan
and
to drive Talonvor away.
Okay, no. But I'm being rude to Perrin. He has
and
done...
Talonvor.
Yeah, and... No. Talonvor's done a lot. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But Perrin also has done a lot, because if it weren't for Perrin, they wouldn't know exactly where they are.
Sure.
And everything.
Sure.
So...
Okay.
All
right, we can also see there's a Damani and Suldam.
That's right.
And it's not surprising, but it also wasn't part of the negotiation originally.
Yeah, no.
But it also kind of seems to fall into Perrin's, like, one of the things that might happen plan.
That's right.
It does seem like he has a bit of a plan, and we rag on Perrin quite often for not having plans.
No, he definitely has one this time.
Yeah.
But I also don't 100% believe that all of this is Perrin's plan.
Okay.
I think this is
it's like Barrelane.
The other two guys, I can't remember their names right now.
Like Galen and Arganda?
Yes.
Okay.
Those guys. Yeah.
Sure.
Because Perrin was probably like, I'm just going to go tell them I need their help to get my wife back.
Yeah.
And they were like, Perrin,
it's so funny.
You need to do more than that.
His explanation we got to talk about when we get there, but like Perrin's explanation to the Shanshin is really funny. It's pretty funny. We'll get there.
Yeah. So now we are going to learn that Aram is told to stay behind before we go right out to meet the Shanshin.
Yeah,
and he's been really hot-headed lately.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not just like, oh, you're staying behind. Perrin like straight up tells him, hey, you're a hothead, and I'm not going to risk my wife because of you ruining something.
You get it?
So, I don't know.
You get it?
Like, is that how you deal with a hothead? I mean, he kind of takes it like, oh, okay.
It's certainly how Perrin deals with the hothead.
But geez, it's like super aggressive to this guy.
It works, though.
I mean, he doesn't come, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
He stays behind.
It's just, he's not, like, softening the blow or doing any, like, relationship building with Aram here.
Oh, no, but
like,
Perrin's
hey, buddy,
never been good with that.
I need you to stay behind. I got a big job for you here, back in the circle of soldiers.
No, I don't know. There's something to be said for honesty.
I guess
and
so. Okay.
Straightforward communication.
Sure, why not?
Hey,
Yeah.
that's a point, I think.
That's kind of what Barrelane does to Nora. No fat chance. And they're like, no way are you coming along.
Also, you too. Can't come.
You can't come.
Okay, so now Perrin and the small group are going to ride out to meet the Shanshan.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of description as they, like, posture up against each other.
Yeah.
And then finally, Talonvor is going to formally announce Perrin and Barrelane to the Shanshan commander.
Yeah, and then vice versa.
Yeah, and then we get the two Shanshan generals or captains that are here.
Yeah, so, well, we got one banner general, so she's in charge, Ty Lee. And then the other is Captain Bakayar Mishima.
But he's, referred to as Mishima in the
Kurgan,
chapter.
Banner General Ty Lee Kurgan. So, we got two new people, and we have not heard of them before.
That's right.
But I wanted to see if you picked up on Perrin, because he didn't bring his axe along with him.
No, he didn't. Just the hammer.
Just the hammer.
But that matters.
It does matter. It does matter. But, like, we get a very explicit description before of the hammer, too. The fact that he's not carrying it. So, I mean, that was kind of a big prediction. You're like, oh, he'll get it back.
Well, he might. He might have the axe back, and he might have just left it behind.
That's what I'm saying, but it's not here.
No.
It's not here right now.
No, but did he take it out of the tree? Maybe. This doesn't
I'm just pointing it out.
Anything.
No, I'm just pointing it out. He doesn't have it.
Okay, but he doesn't have it because now they're going to talk about the prophecies of the dragon.
Yeah, let's do this. This is so good.
Okay, so Tylee says, I'm glad he didn't name you the Wolf King. Otherwise, I think Tarmin Gaiden was on us. You know, the prophecies of the dragon.
Yeah.
When the Wolf King carries the hammer, thus are the final days known.
Yeah, okay, so let's pause for a second
right
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
he's definitely the Wolf King, and he's carrying a hammer.
He's definitely the Wolf King.
Except he's like, Hopper would think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm not a Wolf King.
Didn't, like, Fael call him, like, oh, you're my Wolf King? Like,
yes.
back in book 4 or something?
100%, yes.
Yeah, like,
yeah,
dude.
And, like, no. Are you the king of the wolves? No.
No.
However, every time you've called them to come fight for you, they literally have.
Yeah, they keep showing up, so okay.
Maybe.
So, you're pretty sure he's the legit Wolf King then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, and then the second part of the prophecy, Tylee's like, I don't know anything about that. Sounds stupid to me.
Crazy.
When the fox marries the raven, the trumpets of battle are blown.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
Okay, that's real close.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of like a big thing, too, because now we have the Wolf King with
carrying
the hammer.
Yeah.
So the final days are known. So, I mean, Tarmin Gaiden, the last battle.
Oh, it's coming.
It's
coming.
Not only is it coming, it's like, these are the final days, man.
Sure.
Like, we're halfway done of this prophecy.
Yeah.
And we're halfway done the last half of this prophecy, too.
We're waiting for Matt to marry Tuon.
Well, Tuon to marry Matt at this point.
Well, yeah, no, I know. But when the fox marries the raven, obviously the raven is Tuon, and...
when that goes down officially?
Yeah.
So...
yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yep. So that's pretty interesting, and Perrin thinks to himself, ugh, I didn't know I was part of the prophecies.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you a moron or something? Like,
well, yes.
Are you some kind of stupid idiot? You didn't know that at this point? Like, okay.
You're part of it, man. You're Tavir.
I know, and when Rand was going on this whole thing about reading everything he possibly could about the prophecies.
Yeah.
Maybe also other people should have been doing that too.
Probably. Yeah. Because then Perrin, if he had read that and was like, hey, I'm the Wolf King, I'm just never going to pick up a hammer.
Although we do know that the Shanshan have a different version.
Yeah.
Of the prophecies.
For like a section at least.
Yes, but we don't know if this is a specific Shanshan prophecy or not.
Does it matter?
No. It's just whether or not Perrin would have learned of this without the Shanshan.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, that's fair enough. Thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But now when Barrelane was introduced, we got her full name, which includes the word Pandrag. Yeah. And then Tylee is
part
like,
of Archer Hawkwing.
Oh, hey, are you some distant cousin of the Imperial family or something?
Why, yes. Yes, she is.
And they're like, well, our Empress will really like that, but don't you try to claim any throne or anything.
Yeah, little does this Shanshan lady know.
What, the Empress is dead?
Well, yeah, half the Imperial family's dead, too.
Well, maybe.
Shanshan's
in turmoil. We still don't have genuine confirmation.
You just don't believe anything any Forsaken says. Why would
That
they
is
lie
not
about that?
true. That is not true. I
I'm pretty
believe
sure.
some things that the Forsaken say.
So what is it? Dead or not dead? Dead or not dead?
I need more confirmation on that, I think.
All right.
A little more upheaval.
Maybe.
A little more kicked anthill chaos, you know? That type of chaos.
It's like way across the ocean, though. Like, what are we really going to see?
We're just going to hear about it.
Okay.
In letters or something, you know?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
They got planes, basically.
Like the flying lizards?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Basically a plane.
Yeah, like one could get here pretty quick, I bet. Do you think those things can fly faster than boats can sail?
I don't know that they could cover the entire length of an ocean. I think that'd be asking
Can they
a lot.
land on boats for a rest and then
Probably,
pick up again? Because I would just assume that the flying lizard is probably going to be faster and more efficient than a boat.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, boats pretty fast. Like, they're boats.
Yeah, and they can use the power.
They can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as well as the sea folk, I bet, but still.
Oh, like to make the boats move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
Because mostly the Damani just blows shit up.
Yeah, I
They
guess
don't
so.
do anything
Okay.
important with the power or anything.
Anyway, so you're not 100% believing in the entire
no,
collapse of
that's the point
Shanshan.
of this. Yeah.
That was what we're talking about. But now,
Perrin doesn't want to talk about any of this anymore.
yeah, right.
Because, hello, we need to talk about Fail.
My wife. Yeah.
So we're gonna have to deal with something first, though, because both sides brought way more soldiers than they were supposed to this meeting.
Yes, because they don't trust each other, and that's what takes up half of this chapter.
Is just talking about how we're going to trust each other to
Yeah.
tell the soldiers to leave.
Exactly. So this is why I think it's so funny, because Perrin's argument, he's like, obviously, I'm trustworthy and I won't betray you because I just want my wife back.
And obviously you're not.
And obviously you don't necessarily care about my wife, so you might betray me. Or you're going to try to kidnap Barrelane for money or something.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm trustworthy because my wife.
Obviously.
So it's kind of a funny argument.
Yeah, but then this is where we get some of his prepared plan.
Yes, yeah. He has the big stick that he across the saddle.
Yeah.
He holds it upright.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that happens, 2 arrows thump into the stick, and he has to like hold it steady.
So this was one of the first things that I had trouble visualizing.
Yeah.
And understanding what was going on.
Yeah.
So I was like, are they being shot at on purpose?
This is like an
not?
intimidation tactic.
I get it now.
Yeah.
I understand what's going on, but it took several times
It's understandable.
because I would zone out either while I was reading or while I was listening, and I was like, hey, wait, what? What's happening?
Yeah.
What's going on? And
Yeah.
I had to keep going back and trying to figure it out.
Yeah, so stick goes up, arrows thunk into it, and then he says, I have archers. You'll be dead before you know it.
And also, yeah.
And like, yeah, you gotta show off.
That. Not also, just that.
Yeah. So that's like the first part of the plan.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
He see, this is the one he throws
This is when he throws it in the air, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I said first he lifts it upright, lets the arrows go into it, then he throws it up into the air, and then it gets caught in the air.
In the air, 100 feet up.
Yeah, and then it bursts into fire.
Flames.
Yeah.
But then this is where I was also confused because some of the sparks fall on the grass and it lights on fire, but then it's put out by the power.
By the Damani.
I know.
Yeah.
So here's the issue. The stick in the air bursts on fire, and then that seems to be the most important thing. And then the Suldam is like, good Damani, good Damani.
Yeah.
But when you read through it again, it's clear that the Ashaman set it on fire.
Yes.
But then the Damani put out the little fire on the ground. The
little grass fire that was starting.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happens.
Yeah.
And then that's where it's like, oh, Perrin has Aes Sedai, but then the Damani says, not Aes Sedai.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, you have Ashaman. So that's why Grady's way back in the trees, because he's doing the power thing there.
Yeah.
And then, the grass fire is kind of like a weird play on it, too, because then Perrin starts to, like, get off his horse to put it out.
There is some physical comedy in this, because the one Shanshan captain guy...
Yeah.
Michinchin? What's his name?
Yeah, Mishima.
No, that's not it.
Mishima.
Is
Are you talking about the
Yeah, the guy.
the captain?
Because he's like, when he chucks the branch in the air, the guy looks up and his helmet falls off his head and like rolls on the ground a little bit.
Yeah,
because
he's like,
one point
oh.
he has to like get off his horse to go get his helmet.
Well, he thinks like he's being attacked or something.
Yeah, I know.
it is the physical comedy.
Yeah.
That's like just a touch too much.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, and then Perrin's like, oh, I should have thought about the grass
fire,
fires.
gotta stomp it out or
But
something.
Then
and that's when
it's a whole
Demoni
thing. I was
saves
like,
the day.
what is happening here?
Yeah.
Like, what is even going on? So, yeah, Tylee realizes that Perrin has Ashaman, and then she's like, oh, wow, you're a real interesting dude.
Yeah.
You have super weird company that you keep. I don't know what's going on here.
But I'm interested. Okay, let's hear what we have to say. So this is part 2, or phase 2 to maybe 3 of Perrin's 5-point plan.
Right. Okay.
So then he gets the banners, the Two Rivers guys, to bring the banners forward.
Oh, right.
And then he says the whole thing about Manetheren, and this is where he does the most annoying thing.
Where he's like, here, you take Manetheren. I don't even give a shit about it.
Well, he's like, I'm not gonna revive Manetheren, and I'll sign or say an oath or whatever.
Without my wife.
Ooh, you think he's tricking?
No, I don't. I think he actually doesn't care.
Yeah, because the whole thing...
I think that he thinks there's no way Manetheren's ever actually going to be revived.
And he doesn't want to.
No.
He said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be that guy. So he's just saying, here, take the Manetheren flag. I'm not going to revive it. And we get a little bit of the backstory where the Shanshan already know about the legends of Manetheren, which makes sense because it was like literally Thorn the Dark One side, all that good stuff. But they've also seen Perrin doing stuff around the country where people are starting to talk about.
About Perrin.
Yeah.
Uniting people against the Shanshan and reviving Manetheren. That's been the rumors.
There's like rumors.
Especially considering Perrin started some of those rumors.
Right.
To scare Masema.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. So now he's saying, I'm going to give it up as long as I can get my wife back. Therefore, I won't betray you. So
yeah, because he definitely thinks it's not even going to be revived anyway.
Yeah.
That's really what it feels like.
Yeah.
It feels like a nothing. Here's a nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he's giving up something he doesn't want to do anyway. So, like...
Yeah.
Here, this moldy sandwich, it's yours. I don't want it.
Yeah. Maybe you can do something with it, but I sure can't.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting is the Two Rivers guys who are here don't want to give this up and don't like this part of Perrin's plan.
Of course not.
So.
But no time for that now, because now we get the next weird thing that happens, which is the spooky wind or something.
Oh, yeah. The wind and stuff. That's it. It's just wind.
Well, yeah, it's like wind, and then there is that little, it smells like sulfur.
Yeah.
So you have the half thought of like, is this Darkhounds or something?
Yeah, I did think that.
Just like the weird Dragonmount wind
sulfur
smell?
It feels like the Dragonmount wind.
But like we're really far away, and would that smell carry that far?
It's been a couple days.
Yeah.
The wind is just going.
Yeah. So the wind like whips up, and it's a little bit crazy.
But it doesn't kill anybody.
No, not like the rebel camp.
That was like right beside Dragonmount, though, you know?
Yeah, and that's why Tylee's confused, and she's like, hey, is this like more of your stunt here that you're doing? Or...
And he's like, no, I swear.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we're just going to believe Perrin because he says no. Like, he's literally been stunting with magic all over the place.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden this happens, and he's like, nope, I don't know what that is. And they're like, oh, okay. Like, what? No? Well, there's no way they should believe him.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything. So now they're like, no time. Don't even care. Let's talk business now.
Yeah.
We can trust each other, I guess.
Okay. So now they're going to come to a bit of an agreement because Perrin clearly wants the Shido camp dispersed, and the Shido are really pissing off the Shanshan.
Yes, because there's more like veiled stuff about from the Shanshan. They're talking to each other, the Banner General and the Captain.
Yeah.
They're like, if we don't clear up these Shido, we're gonna have to apologize. And we know how you apologize in Shanshan.
Aiel all over the place have been pissing them off. For sure.
But apparently it seems like they also have to kind of get rid of this group. That's what their task is. And Tylee doesn't want to have to go back and apologize because when you do that with the Shanshan, sometimes you just get murdered or whatever.
Or you kill yourself because of the shame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, we want to avoid that, so let's just take this chance and let's work something out. So the retreat call is also my second favorite part of this, is Tylee, once they decide,
they blow a horn
they blow a horn, like a little ooh.
No, it's like 4 times.
do.
Yeah. Like, but then twice.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And Perrin's like, hey guys!
As loud as you can.
Back the fuck up! Go away! That's Perrin.
I know, he's just like shouting and she's like, oh, okay. Who am I doing business with?
Well,
here?
she like puts her finger in her ear or something, like scratches the inside of her ear.
There
She's
is
like,
so
you
much
have a
physical
strong
comedy.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so funny. It's just like,
Funny, yeah, sure. Funny's a word, I guess, for this.
you gotta see the humor in this. Like, this is pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's time to start planning.
Well, first we have to finish the agreement here.
Oh, okay.
Because we're gonna retreat everybody, but then Perrin says, hey, these are the rules though. You can't try and collar any of the channelers that I have, and also, you're not allowed to harm anybody from the Shido camp that's in a white robe. So any guy shine, you can't touch him. So he wants all of his people back, and then Tylee kind of explains, yep, that's cool. We've already come across some groups, and some of these guys shine are like Kyrianan, they're kind of useless, and Amadisian, they're kind of useless, so we're just like letting them go anyway. So like, cool. You can have your people back. We get to do whatever we want with the Shido.
Right.
So, and fair deal, I guess.
Which, I mean, okay, so let's say all of this, and I mean, we do get their plan in a minute here.
Yeah.
But let's say they're successful, they disperse the Shido, or kill a lot of them, whatever, but then they have like 300 to 400 channelers who are probably incapacitated if the plan goes through.
Yeah.
And then they're just, gonna collar all of them? Because Perrin doesn't say anything about that.
Yeah, he doesn't care. That's not part of his ration. He doesn't
should care.
He don't care.
He should, though.
Danny, what does Perrin care about?
Fael.
That's what he cares about.
But he has an opportunity here to make a deal with them so that these 400 innocent wise ones are not... And I mean, I get that they're Shido or whatever, but they shouldn't be slaves.
Okay, what does Perrin care about?
No, but this is a huge thing that I'm not okay with and I'm not happy with, because he 100% has the opportunity. I get he wants Fael back, but in the process he also could protect these wise ones, and he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. No. Yeah, no.
And Barrelane doesn't step in to be like, you can't have them either.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, well, it sucks for the wise ones.
Yes.
Sucks for the Shido. And it might suck in the future for, our main characters. Because if they can call her 400... we don't actually know how this is going to go, right? We don't know how this is going to go. This
makes me all very angry.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's things Perrin cares about.
I didn't actually think about that when I was reading.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, well, that's going to be...
Perrin's the guy who was thinking previously, like, I don't care if the last battle's going to come. If I don't save my wife first, I'm not doing the last battle.
Yeah, Perrin's nuts.
He will let the world burn for his wife.
That's very selfish.
I mean, yeah, he kind of is. But it's his wife, right? What's he supposed to do?
Also he's in the process of making deals he could protect other people too.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, if Rand only ever cared about Rand, then so many other things wouldn't be in place.
Well, it's a good thing that Perrin isn't Rand then.
Because Rand did not have to change rules so that people can't just kill other people. He didn't have to, do all those things.
No, but he chose to. They're different people.
Ugh.
Okay.
Perrin, you're supposed to be trying to prove to me that you don't suck.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Not yet. Okay. We'll see how the rest of this goes.
Okay. I'm chalking this up to just being young and stupid. Is that okay? Is that fair? No.
Yeah, I don't know how young and stupid he is now, but...
Well...
I gotta say, I might put that on the list of he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Not his fucking problem.
Yeah.
He made a list. One side of the list is things I care about and are my problem. The other side of the list is things I don't care about and are not my problem. Fael's on the one side.
And
everything else is on the other.
Everything, everyone is on the other.
It's a really easy list to make.
Yeah, you're right. I hate Perrin.
Anyways, time to start planning.
Okay.
Now we can plan.
Now we can start planning.
Yeah.
So Perrin says that Savannah is going to be a tough nut to crack, but he's already figured out how.
Yeah, he's got a plan.
Okay. Considering there's close to 1,000 times 100 Shido.
Perfectly said. 100,000.
100,000 Shido with her. This is going to be a little more challenging.
Yeah.
So Tylee is like, okay, I've heard of Savannah already, and her captain is like, oh, I fought them already, and their strategy is just to surround the Aiel with 3 or 4 Damani and then pound them till they give up.
Yeah. So, we can handle this. Right now, they're thinking 100,000 Shido, we can deal with this. But
and Perrin's like, well, that won't be enough because the Shido have the 400 Wise One channelers. And they're like, well, that doesn't make sense because every other Wise One we've run into can't channel.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, Savannah has all the
They're
channelers.
all here. Like, every single one of them is right here.
Oh, right. And you know what we haven't talked about this whole time? That Perrin can smell emotions.
Oh, yeah.
The entire time.
Does that matter? Oh, so there's a little bit of
Well, I have
confusion. A little bit of...
Tylee doesn't smell very happy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and part of the whole reason she's not smelling happy is because the initial plan is, okay, there's 100,000 soldiers, but they have like a dozen Damani, so we can just like literally throw
bomb
the Damani
them.
at them. We can bomb them until they give up, and we can do this. Tylee doesn't want to have to go back and report back to whoever saying, I failed.
Right.
She doesn't want to do that, and then she's unhappy when she hears about the 400 Wise Ones, because it's like, hey...
That's going to make things way more difficult.
I can't actually help you with your plan.
Yeah.
I don't have the resources to do that.
And then she starts to give the Manetheren banner back to Perrin.
Yeah, because, like, I can't fulfill my part of the plan. It's going to take, like, literally months for me to get enough Damani to try and, like, crush the Shido. So, I guess deal's off.
Yeah. And then Berelane's pissed about all this, and she's a snarky snark.
Oh, yeah, very.
She takes this opportunity to be like, hey, I heard that your ever-victorious army isn't so ever-victorious after all, because I heard the Dragon Reborn defeated you to the ground.
Yeah.
Defeated your heads off.
Yes, right off. Took them right off. Whole bunch. And then...
Don't think Perrin can't do the same.
Like,
and Perrin's like, oh my god, Berelane,
I can't do the same.
Up.
Very different situations here. No.
Okay, but Perrin isn't ready to give up on this plan because Fail
Perrin's also annoyed now because like, I thought Aaron was going to be the hothead, and turns out Berelane's the hothead.
Well, yeah, I could have told you that too.
For sure.
Anyway, so Perrin is like, listen, I have it all worked out.
Yeah.
Talonvor says that we have some kind of tea that can make the channelers wobbly in the knees.
Yeah,
and it's like,
out.
If that is not the most watered down description of Forkroot, then I don't know what is. Oh, it just makes them a little wobbly in the knees.
It depends how much they drink, right?
Yeah, but like, no, it knocks them the fuck out and then they can't channel at all.
Because your knees are so wobbly.
That's not it at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tylee's like, okay, yeah, we do have Forkroot, but how do you plan on feeding it to 400 women surrounded by 100,000 Aiel?
Fair question.
And Perrin's like, easy. Give it to them and they won't know they're drinking it.
Okay. So we need lots of it.
Okay.
So much.
Wagon loads.
Yes.
A shit ton.
Tons.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. Way too much.
Uh-huh.
Here's another problem with the plan now from Tylee, because she's like, okay, we might be able to get that much from the manufactory.
Which is interesting. That's just like an offhanded line she says.
Yeah.
But if we dissect that, that means they have a manufacturing factory plant.
In Amadisia for Forkroot now.
Making Forkroot.
Yep.
For the Shanchens.
Yes.
Whoops.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
This is...
terrible news.
Yeah.
How did they get it? How do they even know?
That Makura woman.
For the Shanchen?
Remember, she flip-flopped the sides. She changed sides.
To the Shanchen.
Yeah, Rhonda
I don't
Makura,
remember that.
the one who initially...
I remember that name. I know her, yeah.
Yeah, she flip-flopped and she was pissed. She flip-flopped sides and told the Shanchen all about Forkroot.
Oh, shit. And it's just something we can artificially make?
It's a plant. You grow it in the ground.
Oh, they have
It's
like
just a plant.
greenhouses?
Yeah, you just plant it.
Oh, it sounded like there was a factory. When you say manufacturing plant...
Yeah, but like if you mass produce it, then you probably you mass produce the plant and then you put the plant into the manufacturer to manufacture the tea.
Oh,
right, because it grows as a plant. Then you got to make the plant into tea.
Okay, I thought we were like making some artificial Forkroot up in here.
Not quite.
Okay,
not quite.
But we can use the power to help plants grow faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do a lot of cool things with the power.
Okay.
You make that into a bunch of little tea bags. You hide the tea bags all around the Shido camp.
Well, no, probably you give a delivery, you know?
Here's your tea bags.
Yeah.
For delivery.
Well, it might be like a peace offering. Here's a bunch of tea. We're going to leave you alone. And then you give it to them and then they drink it.
All the same time?
Yeah.
How is that going to work? Everyone making tea at the same time?
Well, they might have to have some kind of tea ceremony.
Right. Now we're thinking.
For cheers to peace.
Yep.
Just drink up.
We have like a lot of the plan, but it doesn't quite make sense, I guess.
No, it doesn't make sense at all. Whatever.
Okay.
So we need a few 100,000 pounds of
We need so
fork
much.
root.
So much. So then she's like, hey, the plant is way back in Amadicia.
How are we ever going to
And
get
also,
there?
I can't just take all the fork root we have.
Right.
Those
Yes,
are
you
two
can.
problems.
No, yes, you can. So,
Yeah.
okay. The Shanshan aren't going to be a problem unless they learn how to travel. So don't worry. We're not going to show them how to travel.
Yeah.
We're just going to tell them that traveling exists.
Well, but and if they have the Ashaman do it,
then
can't learn the
learn
weave.
it. And it's a different weave,
Yes.
too, right?
So, like, we're safe on that side?
For now, except now they know it exists. And the whole White Tower thing is, we don't care about those guys unless they know how to travel.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, well, we're screwed anyways? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can cover the first half of the problem, which is like the fork root is really far away. So we have the Ashaman, we travel, we go get it.
Okay, and we're not concerned at all about the Shanshan learning that traveling exists.
So remember that list of things Perrin cares about? Remember what's on one side? It's Fael. The other side?
Everything else.
Don't give an F if the Shanshan learn about traveling. Not my problem.
Clearly not. Okay.
So the second problem is that Tylee can't just like take all the fork root out of the plant.
She's like, I'm not high ranking enough to do anything.
She also
like
wants
that.
to do it like under the she doesn't want to get in trouble.
Right.
Because
she doesn't
apologies.
want people to know how
Yeah.
she's getting in the shadow here.
But don't worry, because Perrin has something for that too.
He's got a grease stained note that Berlane found
in
Massima's
yeah.
camp.
Yes, because he was dealing with Suroth
That's right.
way back, and this is the letter that
The
they
bearer
stole.
of this stands under my personal protection. In the name of the Empress, give him whatever aid he requires in service to the Empire, and speak of none of it but to me.
Yeah. So
And
that's
it's
signed by
Suroth.
which is pretty crazy because she's pretty high ranking.
She's like, oh my god, who are you?
Yeah, look at all these things.
Oh, Suroth. Oh my god, that guy. Oh, wow, dealing with Suroth.
Then who's Perrin? He's a man who wants his wife back.
And I'll deal with the Dark One to get her.
Which is like rude.
And
because
also
they're
it kind
Shanshan.
of feels similar. He even is like, well, it kind of feels the same, but I don't even care.
He doesn't.
So the deal's on. And then I guess we have to figure out how to get them all passed out on fork root.
Yeah. Well, because he was asking previously, he was asking Galena, it's like, hey, do they drink in the camp? And then she was like, well, some people do, but like,
if you
you're
want
not going to
them
get them all
drunk,
drunk.
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wise ones drink tea, though, right? Like, that's a thing.
Maybe if it's a peace offering tea.
Maybe.
I don't know
Build
how
a giant
else
wooden
to do
horse,
it.
put all the tea inside the horse, wheel it into the city.
And then shoot it at their faces.
And Brad Pitt jumps out and saves the day. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that's the end of this chapter.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I guess let's see how this works out.
Things are moving. Like, we have an alliance now.
We
got to go get the fork root and then
feel
go do the thing.
so conflicted
Yeah.
about how I should feel. So I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay, well, let's take a break and then we can do the next chapter, talk about Fael.
Okay.
Because we have more advancement.
I know. 'Cause this is just one of those things that it's just better not to think about too hard, you know?
Well, okay.
Yeah. That's where I'm at. All right, let's take a quick break. All right, we're back and we're going to jump into the next chapter, but I'm going to let Kate read the title of this chapter for us.
Nice.
From the audiobook so that you get the full effect of the ...
Oh, did I not pause?
You did not pause near enough.
Okay, all right. Let's see.
Chapter 5. Something strange.
Yep.
Wow,
and that's just on one speed, like regular speed. So,
yeah, that's a long pause.
Yeah, you did not pause enough. That is how long a pause, a ... should be.
Yeah, and it's not like a pleasantly strange thing, like, something strange.
No. No.
It's like,
It's like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
It's like Thanos snap.
It was like another, what the fuck is that? What is happening? But, all right. So the chapter symbol is the wheel and snake, which is a little bit interesting. I thought it could be like the falcon.
It could be a number of things, yeah. It could
Mostly
be like
the falcon.
Well, I'm thinking like something for the Aes Sedai or something for the Oathrod, you know, because like there's things that happen.
Oh, the Oathrod.
Look, I don't know.
Does the Oathrod have its own symbol? I don't think so.
He could make one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got wheel and snake, so.
Wheel and snake.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say Fael Falcon, which we already have.
Yeah.
Probably would make the most sense here.
Good option.
or the Aiel, but
Sure.
anyway, okay.
What else?
No, that's all.
Okay.
So, as is tradition, immediately following Perrin, we get Fael.
Yeah.
So, Fael is currently serving Savannah in her tent alongside 11 other Gaishain.
Yeah.
And she's thinking about how it's super hard to even consider Savannah as an Aiel anymore because she does not act or look or dress like an Aiel at all.
Savannah basically doesn't even want to be Aiel anymore. She's talking about changing all the customs and like doing things different. She wants to be like a Wetlander king and queen.
Yep.
She wants to have servants. Like she's basically not Aiel.
No.
Like she's really not anything culturally the same anymore.
Yeah, she even has a dozen Gaishain serving her at any given time while she's sleeping.
Yeah, which is also crazy. Like that's not...
You have to just stand there in case she happens to wake up and would want something.
And she like randomly beats the people she likes the least, even if there's no actual reason.
Mm-hmm.
She's terrible. She's an awful person.
Yeah, we already know that.
Yeah.
Now, we get a bit of a timestamp.
Yeah.
Because Fael thinks that it's been nearly a month since she was tied up and left overnight in the cold.
Yes.
And Roland saved her with the brazier. So that's where we saw Fael last.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a little while, so...
Yeah. And we also learned that since then she's been beaten 9 times, and it's been just under 2 months in total that she's been kidnapped.
Yeah. Now she's kind of getting desperate with the whole I need to escape thing.
Right. And she's like, why hasn't Perrin caught up with me yet? But I also don't want him doing something stupid. But also, shouldn't he be here doing something stupid?
Well, and this is just big confirmation because we saw Galena in the prologue swear to Perrin, like, hey... I'll tell Fael the news you told me. Like, hey,
yeah, but we knew she was
when the fog and blah, blah, blah.
She thought, and we knew she was lying to him.
Yeah, but it's just like confirmation that she definitely did not.
Oh, yeah, I never one time
like
thought
in,
that
in
Galena,
any fashion.
I never thought she would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was pretty certain.
Yeah.
She
She's
would
like, there's a little bit of hope, like maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, no. So now, before Fael is going to leave Savannah's tent, Thorava is here having a conversation, and we're going to overhear some of it.
Yeah, just like a part.
And we basically just get that Galena is being super severely punished.
Oh, yeah. Like, really bad.
Over and over and over for always.
Yeah, and if you notice, Galena is currently completely naked.
Yeah,
except for necklace and belt.
And bald.
And bald. Just the stubble left from her hair
and eyebrows.
And everything else was burned off with the one power. And then she was hung from her ankles and beaten. And it's just been constant. So, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could make myself care.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. It's like, this is another situation of, like, bad things happening to bad people by other bad people.
Yeah, this one I don't care about as much. I wish I did.
Yeah.
But, nope, don't.
Thoughts on the fact that even the Shido are saying she's being treated too harshly?
She's probably being treated harshly.
Yeah, like too harshly. But no one's going to overstep into Wise One's business, though.
Oh, no, probably not.
Yeah.
But, yeah, don't care.
Okay, cool.
Wish I did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Don't. No sympathy for this one.
Tough luck, Galena.
Seriously, tough luck.
Yeah, like your Black Aja, you're awful. She's just the worst.
Black Aja, trapped Rand, tortured Rand and Min.
Yeah, more stuff. We know that she's murdered people. Like, she's the worst.
Had the opportunity here to escape and help Fael and others escape.
Yeah.
Didn't take it.
Didn't, so.
Like, whatever. Whatever happens to you is your own fault.
You deserve it.
Kind of.
Okay, what's her fate?
And I mean, like, Savannah also deserves everything, too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Galena deserves it, so.
Is she one of the ones who you're like, you want to kill her, or is like you want her to suffer?
No, I want Rand to kill her.
You want
I told you that.
Right, you do. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. Don't forget that. That's really
important. But it's like, how... Yeah, I know. How would that happen? Anyways, that's okay.
The problem is, all of this is happening to her, and she still hasn't really learned any sort of lesson.
No self-reflection at all.
No, because I could see if maybe, you know, redemption, character arc, character growth, that kind of thing, if after the torture from the Wise Ones while she's captive, she sees Perrin and does some positive.
Oh, okay.
With, like, sees Perrin works with him, is going to help them all escape. Like, yeah, she really wants that oath rod, but at the same time, if she does anything even remotely altruistic or showing any empathy for anybody else other than herself, then maybe at this point I'd be like, ooh, that's harsh.
Okay, but at this point,
she's still just freaking evil dead weight.
Yeah.
I honestly don't care what happens to her very much.
Yeah. Okay,
and that's cool. Why I can't, because there's nothing there to care about.
Yeah. There's a lot of description of her beatings, too. Just with, like, even the fact that Savannah's having her feet beaten right now because there's nowhere else to beat her. Because
she's so welted?
Yeah, but it's like, this is terrible for Savannah because when you do that, then she can't walk and be a good servant. So, geez, this is all terrible. So.
Well, yeah, it is. You're right. It is all terrible, but whatever.
You know, I think the most frustrating part is Fael's thought process on the whole Galena thing, too. Because she is still wondering. She's like, why would an Aes Sedai allow herself to be treated this way? I don't know. It just must be like an Aes Sedai thing. Like, I'll never understand it. I can't understand.
Yeah, you're not supposed to question Aes Sedai business.
But she's still thinking. It's so frustrating. It's like, no, she's not doing it. She's not letting this happen to herself. Like, it's just happening. She has no control over the situation.
No.
She is more desperate than you are.
Yeah. Maybe if she had shared anything with Fael, or is she not allowed to? She's not allowed to tell anybody? Because of the oath that she swore to Savannah?
I don't think we got anything really specific like that, though.
Okay, yeah, no. So, yeah.
Yeah, like the oaths that were is like, you have to listen to everything that these, like, certain people say, like the wise ones, basically.
Yeah, but I think Galena wants people to think she's an Aes Sedai going about Aes Sedai business and don't intervene.
Yeah.
Like, she wants that. That's what she told Perrin.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
But all of this causes Fael to wonder if Galena's even going to be able to escape if she does manage to steal the oath rod back, because Galena does seem completely broken right now.
Yeah. It's like, oh, maybe she's just a really good actor. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
No.
And then we get a whole back and forth about how Savannah drinks wine, but, like, Thorava doesn't, and I don't know. Whatever, I don't care.
Well, this is the bickering. So Savannah and Thorava are bickering at each other because Thorava is saying, hey, we want to leave. The wise ones are saying it's past time that we get out of here because we shouldn't just stay here in this town. And she calls Savannah soft, is like, hey, the wetlands have made you soft, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but I think Savannah likes this specifically because she does want to be a wetland queen.
Yeah.
And setting up this entire town where she has like 100,000 people with servants and all of this. Like, she's setting up herself to be.
Well, that's what Savannah says. She's like, hey, we can plant crops and there's lots of water. We're cool. Like, let's just stay.
Yeah.
And Thorava's worried, like, what happens if Rand actually sends the other clans against us? Because, there's 100,000 Shido.
Yeah.
But Rand still has more. And what happens if he actually wants to fight us?
And if we stay here and he learns we're just sitting here, we're sitting ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard some people are saying, Savannah wants to be captured and made Rand al'Thor's guy shine so she can induce him to marry her.
Yeah.
That's the rumors on the street right now.
That's the rumor.
It's pretty good.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes for her.
Again, everybody's crazy. Everyone here is insane.
Right. And then we get a little funny tidbit about how the Sept chiefs press the red disc on the Narbaha every morning.
Yes, yeah.
And it's funny because Fael apparently knows some Old Tongue.
Yeah.
And is like, that's weird. Box of fools?
Yeah, what does that mean?
What are they doing with that?
I don't remember any of the Aiel customs that have to do with that. Maybe Bane and Chiad knows something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really funny that, I mean, we do know that, like, nobility in Randland do learn some Old Tongue.
Yeah. But I guess no Aiel do?
No, I guess not, or not enough.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
Yeah, they press their Narbarhar. Like, what?
Yeah, but I mean, it kind of shows the desperation, too, of the Shido. Like,
because I kind of forgot that happened, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of them don't want to be here, so.
Yeah, they're still pressing it, hoping that the, like, portals open up.
So they can go home.
Yeah.
But that's pretty bad for Savannah.
Yeah.
Especially when we get to the later scenes here where it's like, yeah, people are going to start leaving.
I know. I just wish that the Shido didn't suck so bad so I could feel bad for them.
Yeah, I know.
Because I know. It's
like they suck.
I don't. They suck.
Yeah.
They sucked so bad.
Yeah. So Savannah's going to say, nope, we're staying here. I'm the clan chief. I speak for the clan chief and I've spoken.
And Thorava's going to be like,
Turns out.
Mm-hmm. Last I checked, not a clan chief.
Yeah. You speak for because The clan chief died.
Mm-hmm.
Couladin died.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So.
And turns out somebody...
We actually know this guy.
Benduin.
So we learned about him back in Crown of Swords when the Shadow were first tricked into using the Fool Boxes. He was one of the Aiel who was on the short list to go to Ruidian to become a clan chief.
Yes.
And now, 4 books later,
he's been given permission to go to Ruidian.
Exactly.
And he left 5 days ago.
He's already gone.
He's off with 4 wise ones to witness it. And Savannah's like, what? I can't believe this.
How
this
could
is
you?
The worst thing that could ever happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's the entire source of her power, is being the voice for the clan chief.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then there's this whole back and forth. You're not the clan chief, idiot. You just married the clan chief who died.
Because the one before him died.
Clan chief. Like, you're not the clan chief.
Yeah, we need a new one. And then after you're a wise one, like, you're going to go back to being that.
Yeah, and she's like, treason. Mm-hmm. I will not hear of any of this. This is the worst.
Yeah, so I mean, I kind of see that we're getting a little bit of, I don't know if I want to call it like infighting, because it's not necessarily worse than we've ever seen it, but they're definitely butting heads about what to do, and, do we leave? Do we go? Do we stay? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, they are in limbo a bit.
Super limbo, yeah.
Yeah. But then at this point, Fail leaves the tent and doesn't hear the rest of it.
Yeah,
so
there's a shift change happening.
Right, so she's going to walk back to her tent, but she's intercepted by a different wise one.
Yeah, who's not as frightening as Thurava.
No, but Fail is supposed to be reporting Savannah's or Thurava's dealings. I don't even
Savannah
which
stuff.
One.
Yeah.
Savannah.
She's spying on Savannah for the wise ones.
Oh,
for the other ones, yeah. So part of the deal is like she has to report to like basically whichever wise one tells her like, hey, what did Savannah say? So this is one of them, so Fail has to report everything that happened.
Right. And side note, apparently a bunch of drunken idiots are always assaulting women all the time.
All the time
so
now,
it is just normal now.
Yes, it is. And
unfortunately.
Well, here's the thing, because Roland has saved Fail
several times,
and twice Roland's had to fight, and one time he killed the other guy.
Which he didn't even get in trouble for because it was a fair fight.
A fair fight, so that's cool. But, like, that's pretty crazy. And now Alejandra and Magdan both have their own, like, little shadows, their own bodyguards. Same as Fail has Roland. So there's, like, a whole bunch of backstory here where the Muradin, the brotherless, are kind of becoming this almost, like, I don't know, protector bodyguard force.
Well, because they don't even like the Shido very much. They just didn't really want to follow Rand.
They didn't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah.
I
know.
So that's what's happening right now. So it's tricky.
Right. Okay. So this Mira wants a report on Savannah, and Fail is like, well, nothing really interesting.
Yeah, she just tells everything, and really not relevant.
No. And then suddenly something ... strange happens.
Yeah. Appropriate pause.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna do my best to try to like explain it without just reading the paragraph.
Okay.
Because everything ripples in front of her eyes, and she ripples.
Yeah.
And then it happens again, and then again, and it's stronger every time, but she feels like she's gonna blow away in the breeze or just turn to mist, and then Fail waits for the fourth ripple to destroy her, but it never comes.
Yeah.
And even the wise one is standing there, and she's like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Nobody knows what happened. It's super weird, and it's clear that everybody here felt the same thing.
Like everyone in the Shido camp, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like reality is trying to unweave itself a little bit.
Interesting.
It's like they're phasing out. It's supposed to be sort of like Bubble of Evil-esque.
Yeah, that's what it kind of feels like.
You're not sure what's happening. Something crazy's happening. The veil is super thin. Reality's tearing apart at the seams. And you're like, yeah.
Because it kind of, I was like, does this have anything to do with the stinky wind?
Yeah.
Or,
seems less so about that. More like, remember back a couple of chapters when Baonin or Elida were thinking like, oh, the dead walking, that's bad.
Yeah, it's
but
an
like
omen,
worse things are coming.
Yeah.
So fabric tearing is, fabric or reality tearing apart. I'd say that's worse.
Okay.
We're getting there. Some advancement and bad things are going to be happening.
Okay. Or people are just going to like disappear into mist?
I mean, maybe. We got all sorts of crazy stuff. Like we have had in this book series, lots of weird stuff happen when people die.
Yeah. Or almost die.
Or other
but
people
our main
die off
characters
screen.
have all been able to sort of fight it off.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Right? Think back to even, like, the Dragon Reborn. We got, like, dancing weapons that are attacking. We got playing cards that are coming to life.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Like, we
of.
got weird, crazy stuff happening, and this is just another one of those weird things where it's like, whoa, hope that doesn't happen again.
That was weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so at this point, Fail just takes a look around, and hikes her robes up, and runs all the way back to her tent.
Yeah, because the wise one's like, yeah, get out of here, story time's over.
Yeah. So Alejandra is the only one who's inside the tent, and we get a bit of a recap on how horrible things are going.
Yeah, she's got some tent
Especially
partners,
for her.
and one of them's a little snitch who apparently tattles on all the other guys' shine.
Yeah.
Daraine is the snitch.
Which is like, I get it.
I know, and like in the situation,
You gotta save your own skin.
I guess
if
so.
that's what's getting you.
But it seems like she's doing it like to earn favor for herself.
Yeah, why wouldn't you do that?
I don't know. Some sort of
if
solidarity.
Fail was doing that, we'd be like, yeah, go Fail.
I don't know. I guess just like random guys shine, like snitching on people, it feels bad.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
I understand.
It's an interesting take. All
They're
right.
in a shitty situation. All of them are in a terrible situation.
Yeah.
So, it's fine.
Fine, moving on.
But Alejandra's like icing her butt.
Oh yeah, she's being beaten pretty terribly.
Yeah.
It's actually like a very horrible situation.
Oh,
for
I
all
know.
of them.
I know. I'm trying to make light of the terrible, terrible situation
Yeah.
happening. I know I shouldn't, but.
Yeah, because that's part of Savannah's random meetings. Because she chooses like the people who make her the least happy from each day, and then they get beatings.
Yeah, and Alejandra gets it more than is fair.
Yeah.
Basically. And Alejandra's like weeping, crying, saying they're never
still-
going to escape.
She still brushes
She's going
her
to be
hair
beaten
though.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as the brushing of the hair keeps up, though, Alejandra is not completely lost. But if that stops, Fael's thinking then she's for sure broken and gone.
Right. Okay, so Fael tries to put on a brave face and is like, don't worry, we will escape. We'll do it.
Yeah.
And then some guy.
No, Eravine. Eravine is the woman back from Crossroads
Oh.
who brought her.
I forgot that happened.
Yeah, so a couple
Right.
things happened. So first off, Galena was like assaulting Megden, and then Eravine's the one who like stepped in and shoved Galena off. Was like, back up, buddy.
Yeah.
And then Galena tried to,
Oh,
but you can't channel. So
okay.
she intervened. But then she also brought Fael to see the guys shine who were being hogtied
Right.
before, and then she pledged herself to Fael. So Eravine's
Right.
like part of this
Okay.
like little.
And at
pledge
the
group.
time, I remember I didn't trust her. I was like,
Right, yeah.
I don't know. I wanted to trust her, but I didn't.
Well, she had to bring. She was ordered to bring Fael to Savannah.
Yeah,
But
I
she
remember.
stopped on the way to show her, like, hey, this is what's happening.
I know.
And then I pledge myself to you. So.
I know. I just didn't trust anything that was happening.
Yeah, she did it in a super weird way. She's like, come with me. I got to show you something down the back alley over here. Just come.
And also, I'm going to swear to you.
Yeah.
And you can just, like, help me and tell me everything.
Well, apparently a bunch of people are doing that now, hey?
No, I know. So,
Yeah.
that's the thing. So, definitely
Like,
wrong.
she got a whole crew.
Yeah, I was definitely wrong about this person. Because now we have some guy and his son here to see Fael.
Yes. We get the backstory, the introduction and the backstory and the result of these two people all in like a couple paragraphs.
Which is fine. I'm totally here for that. Like, speed it up.
Yeah, so it's Alvin and his son, Thero, who's actually a really big kid, but he's only 14. If you remember, 14-year-olds are supposed to be able to go, but he's really big and they didn't believe him, so he's stuck here with his dad. But now they've become legends among the Guy Shine because they're very persistent in trying to escape.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 times or something.
Yeah, I think they got 3 times and they took them a long time to come back. Each time was like longer and longer. And then they were still planning a 4th attempt when Fael basically recruited them. So now they're just kind of like, little rebels in the camp for Fael.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have some big news.
Yeah, because they're back. Because like, hey, it's really important. You're going to want to hear about this.
Mm-hmm. And the man's like, it was my son. He was just walking by and no one was around. So he ducked in quick and... Take a look at this.
Yeah.
It's the oath rod.
We got it. Like, some random dude we've never seen before or heard of.
Did it.
We got the oath rod, guys.
Yeah. Well, Fael seems really good at just collecting people
Strays.
who want to follow her.
It's like the
like
stray
she's
cat.
really good at that.
Oh, yeah, like that-
really beyond good.
That's what Fael is.
I need to give Fael more credit than I have been giving her
Oh, yeah.
for this. inherent leadership that she possesses.
Is it inherent, or is her daddy Davram Bashir, and she was, like, brought up nobility?
Yeah, but that's what inherent means. I mean, she inherited it.
I don't think that's what that means.
Okay.
It's not what it means.
I know.
It up.
Okay. All right. I was thinking of the word innate, I think. Like, it's
Maybe.
an innate ability, like, that she's, like, just super good at naturally.
Yeah. My point was, like, hey, maybe she's got really good teachers and parents, but maybe it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking of also inherited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, point is, Fael needs credit where credit's due because she collects
100%.
people, and they like her. They
And
believe in her. They follow her.
And she almost does it without trying.
I know.
Yeah.
She's really good at it, so, okay.
All right, so we have the oath rod.
Yeah, like right here,
Fael
right now.
grabs it, stuffs it up her sleeve.
Like, looks back and forth, like, anybody see this? Nope.
Yeah, so Fael definitely thinks that with this, Galena is going to escape and bring them with her.
Yes.
At least she's like, I hope that's still the plan.
To bring her. And then this is when she, like, apologizes to Alvin and Theral, saying, hey, I don't know if she's going to be able to get you guys out too, but I swear that I will find a way to come back and save everybody who I've sworn that I'm going to protect.
Right.
So.
And then the guy, Alvin.
Yeah, the dad.
Is like, Galena ain't gonna help nobody. She says she's Aes Sedai, but, like, look at her. They're never letting her go.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. He's 100% right. I feel like Fael's got the blinders on right now.
Yeah.
Where she's thinking, oh, all-powerful Aes Sedai, but Alvin's like, no, man. Like,
yeah.
she is stuck. She is more stuck than you are.
But here's the thing. With the Oath Rod, she won't be as stuck.
She will be unstuck. Yeah. Like, that's the whole thing.
That's the whole point.
But I guess we'll have to see. But we also know that, like, Galena wants to kill her, so.
The boy, he says, look, if we manage to get anyone free, then we've beaten the Shido.
Yeah, very cute.
Like, these are the people.
Yeah.
These are the opposite of Galena, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like the selfless.
The really just good people.
Love it.
Yeah. So then suddenly Fael realizes that Roland is standing just over there.
Yeah. Whoops.
And she's like, well, how long has he been there? What has he seen or overheard? But she just thinks, oh, probably nothing.
Hopefully. Turns out everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and he's brought her wildflowers and, like, tucks them in her hair.
Yeah, well, she sends the people off because she has to, like, figure this out now with Roland.
Yeah.
To whatever extent. But yeah, he does have wildflowers.
Yeah. And he's like, you must be careful. What you're doing is dangerous. I don't know what it is, but it looks like you're trying to run away. And I don't know if I'm going to be here much longer to protect you.
Yeah.
And Fael's like, what? What do you mean? Where are you going? Why?
Yeah. Well, she suddenly is going to lose all her Aiel protection, and that is literally keeping her from being assaulted, like, on the daily.
Yes.
And same with Alejandra, same with Magdan.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a good situation if they just all leave.
So, Roland says that some of them are thinking of returning to the Threefold Land because they won't follow Rand as the Karn, but they want to go home and they hate the Shido.
Yeah, we don't like it here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe there will be, like, a dispersal of some of the Shido forces. We do know that there were a lot of the Brotherless, like, originally. There are quite a few.
Yes.
But, I mean, there's still lots of Shido, so even if some of them leave, what does it really mean?
Right. And so, Fael is like, okay, so what if I'm planning an escape attempt? Are you going to tell the Wise Ones or Savannah?
Yeah.
And he's like, why would I do that? I hate them.
They're not my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we get a little bit of a backstory, too, about what's going down, because we did get previously that Alejandra and Magdan have picked up some of, like, the Brotherless as the bodyguards or shadows or whatever, but then we also have now Roland telling a story about how Lucille, so she's one of the Shafail, who is maybe going to get proposed to by one of the Brotherless Aiel,
Oh, yeah.
and, like, maybe they want to go back to the Waste together. Fael thinks no, because she's, like, super set on, like,
not
escape.
that happening.
Not that, but basically Lucille, and then also one of her other Chafail women is sleeping with one of the maidens to also get protection.
Right.
So they're just kind of like doing what they got to do to have protection while they're in the Shadow Camp here.
No, and that is explicitly explained and outlined.
Oh yeah, for sure, sure.
And so Roland at this point is going to tell her he wants to take her with them when they go.
To go back to the Waste.
And so Fael immediately is like, but I love my husband. I told you that. I'm not going anywhere as your bride.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I for sure want to escape.
Yeah, for the record, it's also like raining on them lightly.
Yeah.
So it's like the very romantic proposal scene that's happening
doesn't
here with
feel
Roland.
that romantic.
Super...
It feels crazy stressful.
Or that.
Yes, because she also still has the oath rod up her sleeve, which she's like thinking about.
Yeah, it's like, did he see it? Did he not see it?
Right. And then Roland is like, okay, well listen, while your guys shine, anything can happen, and Perrin can't blame me for that.
Can't be mad.
Those are the rules.
Yeah, those are the rules.
Haven't you heard the rules? Because, anyway, what he really wants to tell her is that they can all leave together, and then he will drop her at the first wetlander town they find, and she has enough gold.
You know, that's actually pretty nice, yeah. He's like, hey,
can escape.
I'll rescue you from here and drop you off at a town, and then you can be on your own way.
Yeah.
So it is like a kind of a nice thing from Roland. Like, I can't not like this guy.
I feel like that plan is a pretty good plan, and then we don't free Galena.
Yeah.
Let's not free Galena. Let's not give her the oath rod, because I don't want her free right now.
Yeah, no, I get that too. I mean, and with Roland, how do you feel about him? Like, are you in the, like, you like him, Bus? You medium, or you don't like him?
I don't mind him.
Yeah, okay, because like when I read, it's like he is a nice guy. Like, sure, he is trying to
woo her.
He's trying to woo her,
putting flowers in her hair while they're talking.
He's also not like crossing any of those lines that would make it necessarily weird. He's not like, if you don't date me or whatever, I'm not going to save you. He doesn't put that pressure
there's none
on
of
her.
that. Yeah.
He's literally just trying to make his advances, and then if she says no, then he like respects that and tries again later. Like, he is pretty persistent, I guess, but
he's pretty complimentary too. Like, he's just very nice.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah. And like I feel like Fael's got a little bit of affection for him.
If Perrin captured this guy
Yeah.
and was like, my wife is so hot, you'd know.
You'd be like, oh,
Roland
yeah.
would be like, oh, yeah, it's
I know
totally
her.
Fael.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Didn't capture him, though.
No, did not. Probably actually for the best.
Yeah.
That Perrin doesn't really know about this.
Like Roland?
Yeah, he might break his knees.
Oh, what? Oh, because like jelly?
Yes, oh yes.
You think Perrin would that be jelly?
100%, oh yeah. Which is interesting because of the whole Bear Lane situation, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I can double standard much?
Oh, 100%.
He's like, I clearly wasn't doing anything with Bear Lane.
No, but I don't know what you were doing with this guy.
Yeah.
He clearly loves you, so...
Oh, man, okay.
Yeah. Now...
That's really funny.
Yeah. Now, Roland says, if we go, it's not decided yet, then yeah, I'll take you.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's like some... I don't know if I want to call it like play punching, because Fael's like, you made me believe you were going to leave me here.
Yeah.
And then she like hits him a couple times, like super not allowed to hit, but she like swings
on
him.
But that's her love language.
It is, yeah. Which is like, is there affection
hitting and fighting
here?
and yelling is like her love language. So, ooh.
So like, what is the what's the affection level
I think that there's
here?
an affinity, especially for someone who is protecting you.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not going to fault
and he
her
is,
for it.
you're right, he is being kind. Like, he is being thoughtful and kind. So...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's complicated.
It is complicated.
So now, Fael's situation is also quite complicated right now.
Yes.
Because she's like, okay, I have to hide this oath rod somewhere because Savannah is going to realize it's gone.
Tharava
is going to realize it's gone very soon. Is it Tharava or Savannah? I'm pretty sure it's Savannah. Savannah has it.
Yeah, but Savannah can't use it.
No.
No, it's with... hold on.
No, Savannah has the oath rod, and she made Galena hold it and swear on it. But then she needed the power to be channeled into it.
Which was Tharava.
Yeah. And a couple other wise ones, too.
Yeah. So she's sworn to, like, obey a bunch of the wise ones.
Including Savannah,
Including Savannah and Tharava among, like, higher among the others.
Okay, but Tharava is the one who notices it's missing. That's what happens at the end of this chapter.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like they're all going to be aware of what's happening here.
Okay.
And they're going to turn the camp upside down to find it.
Right. And then Fael thinks to herself that she hopes that her hiding spot in the town is good enough.
Yes. So, maybe?
I think, yeah.
Do you think this is it? Like, we got the oath rod,
I think
like,
we
we're
got
going to
it,
advance
but
this.
I think that Fael is going to have to make a decision about whether or not to give it to Galena.
Oof.
And then there's the added question of... will this work? Because Galena was instructed not to pick up the oath rod.
Yeah.
And she hopes that...
she can hold it.
She can hold it if somebody picks it up and gives it to her.
Because then she's just holding it. She's not
She didn't pick it up.
Now, the interesting thing about the oaths and how the oaths work is it's what your interpretation of the oath is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what you really internally feel.
Okay.
Because that's the whole thing about, like, lying and, like, saying no word that's not true. It's like
true.
your interpretation of events is what really matters here.
Right.
And your interpretation of using the power as a weapon, you can hit people with the power with air switches.
Yeah.
Like, it depends on your interpretation of what a weapon is and what doing harm is and what saying not true words is. So,
but it's still up for debate.
It's totally
if Galena, if there's enough in place, that will stop Galena from touching it if Thorava doesn't expressly want it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So it might not even work if Fael does decide to give it to Galena.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I hope she doesn't. I hope that...
You don't want her to, okay.
No.
You don't want Galena getting out of here.
No, and so, no. But the Shido are going to be dispersed or blown up or whatever is going to happen.
Okay.
I just...
Well, we have a plan.
There's basically nothing about what's happening here that I'm happy about.
Yeah.
Like, there's no real winner of the situation.
Yeah.
So, like, yes, I want the Shido done away with, but I don't want it to be by the Shanshan, even though I predicted the Shanshan were going to disperse the Shido.
You did. You don't want the wise ones going free necessarily, but you also don't want them to be slaves to the Shanshan.
That's also true.
Because then it's like, boom, here's 400 more channelers.
Right.
That can't be great.
But it really sounds like the Shido wise ones are so done with Savannah's antics that they just want to go back to the waste and live their lives.
Well, maybe we even have some breaking off.
I don't even think they want to even fight against Rand anymore. It really feels like they just want to
go back to the waste.
They just want to go back and live out their lives.
Yeah.
Not following Rand, but also not causing a bunch of mischief everywhere.
Yeah.
Because that was all Savannah's fault.
Yes.
All of it. All of this is Savannah. Yep. So if Savannah can just be on trial.
Sure.
And...
Savannah can't even channel, though.
That's the problem, is she's not even... She'll probably be a Dak Covail, though. That would be just.
Ooh, okay.
For a time, you know?
Okay, yeah. Well, it's forever.
No, I'm saying until the Shanshan aren't allowed to own people anymore.
Oh, you think the Shanshan aren't going to be allowed to own people? Okay,
yeah,
cool,
that would be
cool.
nice, yeah.
Yeah, cool. It's good, yeah.
All of this sucks.
Yeah.
This makes me feel bad.
Yeah.
All of it. I want Fael to go and whatever, but I want everybody to be fine. And on top of everything, I want Morgaze to go back to Camelin.
Let's go. Let's get there.
I want Morgaze to be alive as Morgaze, and I want her children to know she's alive. That's actually the plotline I care about the most here, and we didn't even really get to hear about her and what she's doing.
That's true.
So...
Okay. All right.
Boo.
Boo.
Boo, these chapters, boo.
But we have advancent. Perrin has an alliance.
Yeah.
We got a plan.
Things are happening. Things are going on. Cool. They made me feel bad.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
But also, woohoo.
Next episode, we are doing 2 chapters again.
Yeah.
Super fast.
I know, and we're moving along because summertime around here means more camping.
Yeah.
And this is a long road trip camping we're going on, back to visit family. We're doing a whole thing, 3 weeks long. So we gotta record some episodes before we leave.
So you gotta read a bunch of chapters. You have to read so much in a very short amount of time, and then nothing for a while. I don't know if you thought about that, but...
Not so much, but we'll be busy.
It'll
be fine.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so before you go ahead and come up with some elaborate 5 to 42 point plan to try to get the Shanshan on your side, I'm going to say that this is part of the pattern now.
Yeah, it's part of the pattern.
Well, that's it for us for now. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. The Wheel Weaves is hosted, edited, and produced by Dani and Brett, with Passion Socks, KoD Feltz, Benjamin, Michelle O'Brien, Jonathan Reese, Jamie Young, Megan Smiley, Jared Berg, Ricky Morissette, Lance Barden, Charlie Haz, Adam, Hannah Green, Marta Thier, Michelle Forbes, MKM, and Antoine Benoit. With music by Audionautics. Be sure to check out our Patreon page if you're interested in supporting us and the podcast. We'd love to send you some Patreon-exclusive merchandise as a thank you, plus you'll gain access to our episodes earlier than everyone else, and at the time of recording, we have over 40 bonus episodes for your listening pleasure. Find all that and more at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. For general information about our show and information like how to send us shot glasses, how to join our Discord, and how to get in touch with us, visit thewheelweavespodcast.com. And as always, be sure to give us that 5-star review because it really makes a huge difference in helping other people find us. So, be sure to tell a friend, Riyadh, because referrals really are the best compliment. Thanks again for listening because this really is part of the pattern now.